Welcome, beautiful, vibrant souls who are Libras or have big Libra placements. Excuse me. Welcome to your month ahead love predictions, looking at the month of February 2024. I just want to make a quick note. When I was preparing to start recording, first of all, I almost called you guys Cancer, so Cancer might be involved in this. B, I accidentally knocked something off my desk as I was starting, and then stumbled over my words within like the first 10 seconds. So you may be kind of like this, you may have kind of had a bumpier road when it comes to love recently, and I want to acknowledge that. Maybe things have been like going bonkers for you lately. I'm hearing like the last Mercury retrograde ever since then, like the retrograde itself may have really like kicked your ass, and then like it's kind of been a recovery period. So you know, I am kind of feeling that slightly frenzied energy. It feels like you guys are kind of like getting settled now and getting calm now. But I just wanted to, excuse me, I just wanted to kind of acknowledge that. So we are going to be looking at your month ahead. With that, let's jump into your major overarching theme when it comes to love in February 2024. I'm excited to see what you guys have. I hope that you're doing okay. I hope that your January was delightful and that your year's off to a happy, prosperous, productive start. At the bottom, we have chemistry. Okay, there's a strong magnetic attraction here. Okay, let's see. Give your relationship a chance. Okay, work on your partnership. So that energy I was picking up on, maybe that's something you were experiencing. Some of you, an ex reached out during the retrograde, wanting to work on the relationship. If you've been in separation and little to no communication with somebody, I feel like that communication has either recently come in or is going to be coming in. There's a sense here where I feel like somebody's really wanting to reignite the passion. Somebody's wanting to, and not just the passion, but the connection, the commitment, the connectedness. I feel as if, because one person here has their eyes closed and their head turned to the side. I feel like there is a difficulty trusting the situation, and likely for good reason. You know, this might be where you're not like, if somebody's kind of coming back to like talk to you about something, or, you know, try to get closer, try to do some repair work. It's like, maybe you're listening, but you're not really truly open. But there's an undeniable attraction here with chemistry. Like there's an extent to where, you know, like again, look at her, like her body language. It's very mixed messages. So it's like, even if like your head says one thing, your heart's kind of asking you for another. You guys might be very physically attracted to each other, but this would have the indication of somebody that you've already been dealing with, right? And if this message doesn't resonate, you can always check out some of the other videos for your other important placements, like your big three, your Venus, all that good stuff. So there's a sense here where your major theme in February is that somebody's really going to be asking for another chance or coming back, like I said, back to partnership. So like, let's say you're in some kind of connection and your partner's really been like focusing on other things like work or family, and like that's been their priority to the point where they're neglecting this relationship. They're really trying to reignite the spark, right? Get that chemistry back, get a good kind of rhythm, a good, what's the word I'm thinking of? It's like a good give and take, but that's not the word I was going to say. So I do kind of see that here. But let's get more details. Excuse me, it is this one. Physical activity. I mean, but this always for me just kind of talks about things moving, right? It's a good opportunity for me to make a dirty joke, and so that's nice. I like that every once in a while. I like when the universe throws me the ball. But this always just talks about things moving. So this could be where you guys are, you know, possibly traveling together. You're on the move. This person could be coming to visit you. Moving could be an issue. So maybe that's something that you guys are fighting about, is moving closer to one another, moving in together. I'm getting some of you want to spend more time like at home together or at their home, have them at your home. There could be an iniquity where you're like, I'm always going over to your house, come over to my house, or vice versa. So I am kind of picking that up. Maybe again, that's that Cancerian energy. This person might not want to leave their home. Yep, domestic harmony. There's something about the home here. All right, I'm spiritually nosy and sometimes regular nosy, so I want to ask what this is about. I do want to note we have a 46 that reduces to a 10, and all 10s also reduce to a 1. So 10 indicates the completion of a cycle, 1 is the new beginning. What is this domestic harmony about? Death. There is a change when it comes to a living situation, and I feel this is something that you've actively fought over, or again, it's like a wedge has kind of been driven between the two of you. And I can see the card. Here it is. The Queen of Cups. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. The Devil. Alrighty. The Eight of Cups. Woo. And the Star. Interesting. Okay. Scorpio, Capricorn, and Aquarius showing up, as well as Cancer and Pisces. And Justice is at the bottom. There you are, Libra. Okay, so I'm seeing several things. There is, what is it that you're asking for with that domestic harmony energy? What have you been asking your partner for? Like, what has this been about? The Chariot, another energy, Cancer's energy of home or relocation, and the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, this is pretty clear. This is for those of you where it's like, yeah, the Wheel of Fortune. This is like, it's time. I want to move in together. I want to take the next step. I want to, visit your home. I want you to come to my home. This also could be about meeting family. But that's kind of the energy here. That's that next step that you've been asking for. And it feels like, there was something in the way, we'll clarify in a sec with the Devil, that your person had to kind of walk away from in order to give you what you wanted. What is this Devil energy? Three of Swords. I don't love to assume this, but I was picking up, there could have been like a third party. There could have been somebody else that they were like dealing with, or maybe like they were, kind of like in between connections. This has this energy of like, especially with that Justice that we saw, like, they were technically still married, but they were in the process of getting a divorce. And it's like, it's kind of like, it's a little complicated. Yeah, Seven of Cups. There's a lot in the mix. This could have to do with if you wanted to meet their family, for example. There's like some messy dynamics there. There's something there, but well, let me just see. So clarifying the Devil, we have that Three of Swords, the Four of Swords, yes, and Judgment. I feel like this person, I'm getting this energy of this person in the past, tried to kind of stay quiet about it, tried to avoid a conversation really heavily. They may have stonewalled you. I feel like you may have put some distance between the two of you or walked away entirely. And this really made them pause and think, because we also have Judgment. This triggered this kind of like wake up call moment for them where they're like, I've got to kind of, commit to something here. I've got to like decide where my priorities are and what I want to invest into. And that's what triggered this Death energy. In the layout of the cards, Death is headed toward the Queen of Cups. So there's this recognition that you are kind of this Queen of Cups energy for them. I'm hearing like you're their heart. Like this person could be a Capricorn and, kind of austere. Or like, an Aquarius and kind of like, sometimes a little bit too detached or off doing their own thing. They may have been through a lot of relationship trauma as well with that Death energy. And there's a sense here where they're recognizing that they need to change. They're recognizing like, this type of person doesn't come around every day. This is somebody loving, forgiving. This is somebody, you build a life with. This is somebody who's going to love you and love you well. It's, very much a soulmate kind of energy. And so there's a recognition here of like, this is where my heart is. This is my heart. So I feel like any kind of boundaries you put up with them, any walking away that you did really triggered this introspection. Again, there's like a heavy kind of like third party energy here. Because whatever this was, they've been chained to it for a while. I feel like they've been, there might have been kind of complications financially or with like a shared home. So if this is somebody who like maybe they split with their partner, but they have a child together, right? They're co-parenting. This would be like, maybe it's probably time for one of them to move out, but they've kind of been delaying because it's like a lot to process and they're still healing. And it's like, we get comfortable, we get familiar. I don't feel like this is somebody who is like, I'm not picking up a cheating vibe. I'm just picking up that there's complicated stuff. However, with that Four of Swords, this person may not have been communicating openly about this. So it may have kind of, left you wondering, like, what's going on there? Like, you know, again, that, let's use that example I just gave. It's like, why are you so committed to living with this person? You know, like, it kind of feels like I'm all for, you know, co-parenting peacefully, but like living with your ex, I don't know how I feel about that. And it just, I feel like the energy more than anything else is like, I feel like you're coming to the table with like, I understand how things happen the way they did, but it's been long enough that it's now time to make a change. And I think that's where they were kind of stalling, and not stalling because they don't want things to change, but I think stalling because it's just very overwhelming. And I'm not making excuses for like, you know, painful or unclear, crummy behavior, but I don't feel like it's intentionally trying to be deceptive, I guess is what I'm trying to illustrate. So this person has had a realization. This person wants to come back and get closer. And what Spirit is kind of advising you, well, you know, kind of, this was your major theme, right, is give your relationship a chance. So this person's going to be asking you to give your relationship a shot because you guys really do have great chemistry together. My eye is being drawn to a card sticking out, so I want to look at it. Codependency, addictions are affecting your romantic life. For some, that could have been an issue here. This person could have had some kind of like, you know, addictive tendencies or unhealthy habits, and they kind of wanted to get that under control first. If they were keeping you away from their home or like just like very closely controlling when you got to see each other or where, that might be part of it. But more than anything else, you know, that codependent kind of energy, like I said, I feel like they were in a dynamic, and it's kind of like, you know, they weren't staying in it because they, you know, still were wrapped up in like the dynamic or the person they shared it with, but it was comfortable, right? Maybe if this is like you hadn't met their family yet, if they're, you know, they have a challenging dynamic with their family, it's like, okay, if I, you know, bring home somebody, then I've got to explain myself, or I have to be willing to, you know, I have to be willing to like, I'm getting like mediate the interaction, and like, you know, it's just going to be, it's like so much work, right? So it's like, there's a sense here of, you know, that codependent energy of like, I can't, you know, I can't bring this person home to meet my family, because like I'm not ready. It kind of almost feels like this person might really care about, if this is like a family dynamic, this person might really care about what their parents in particular think about their partner. And it's kind of like this energy of like, they may have been codependent in the sense of needing their parents' approval. And I do feel like they're leaving that behind, because there is a sense of healing with the star, and healing through finding your authenticity and embracing your authenticity. So this person's embraced their authentic self. And that's what's really kind of been at the heart of this transformation. It's like, you know, this is what I really want. This is who I want to be with. This is how I want to invest in my future. I want to go in this direction. And anybody who has anything to say about it can deal with it. And this is creating more domestic harmony, whether it's, you know, within the context of their family, you know, in their home, whether it's about a home that you guys share. So I want to clarify this domestic harmony, because we got to know. The Page of Swords. Okay. The Six of Wands. There's something here about being public. You know, possibly posting to social media. That's a very heavy energy here. For somebody has like someone that they either live with or lives nearby, like maybe a neighbor or something like that. And it's kind of like somebody is watching this situation unfold closely. And I think that's something that has impacted your, you know, your person's decisions in the past, but now they're kind of like, I don't care. So if you kind of were like, oh, you know, when are you going to tell your family about us? When am I going to get to meet your child or something like that? Especially with the pages, that's a child archetype. They could have an air sign child. But it's a sense of them bringing you into their life in a really like open, affirming way, in a celebratory way, in a way that indicates they're proud to be with you, that they have faith in this, they believe in what, you know, you guys are building together. And especially communicating that with the Page of Swords, being open to questions as well. They may not have wanted to kind of like make your relationship super public or have you meet certain people in their life, because it's like there were questions they were anticipating that they didn't want to answer. I'm being drawn to look at the bottom of the deck. Oh yeah, physical activity. So this could have been something where it's like there's a move in question, and they kind of didn't want to be fielding questions about that. But let's see what else comes out. The Ten of Pentacles, this is, like I said, family in some way, shape, or form. And the Page of Wands, there's 2 pages, so there's like child archetypes coming through. And the Five of Cups is at the bottom. For some, this person feels like in the past they have launched themselves too quickly into love, and they're concerned that their family is going to be critical of their choice of partner now. And there's something where they don't like bringing people home to their family unless unless like they're sure somebody is like the one. And it's not anything to do with the person. It's just their family might be very critical. Again, they could have people with whom they share some type of long-term future with, like a co-parent. And it's like, you know, there could be a lot of questions. Look at it, looks almost like these people are like, not gossiping, but they're like, you know, whispering in each other's ear. So there could be a sense where it's like not wanting to maybe introduce you to their child because they're afraid something will get back to the co-parent, not wanting to bring you around because it's like let's say if there's a co-parent in the situation, this co-parent might be very comfortable with your person's family. And it's almost like, I heard the word compare. So they don't want, you know, they don't want like kind of gossip behind your backs or like comparing you with, you know, their ex or, you know, you with their co-parent, something like that. Because I feel like with the Six of Wands, they really want to honor and venerate your relationship, right? They want to celebrate it, and they don't want to have to field a lot of questions that feel like a nuisance, as well as they don't want you to feel like it's a reflection of how they feel. Yeah, because again, with that Five of Cups at the bottom, you know, a relationship in their past didn't work out, and they're afraid of they're afraid of getting criticized. They're afraid of having to, like, they don't want to have to explain themselves, because they feel like this is different, and they both don't want to have to like go through the process of explaining that. This person might like really like to keep their feelings to themselves when it comes to their family because they don't feel comfortable sharing. But this is what I feel like is changing. They're kind of like, you know what, screw it. I know where I want to be, and everybody else can eat it. What are they prepared to do about this? Like, I guess I want to know what their energy is toward this now, or what they're gonna, like, what steps they're gonna take. So they're gonna be coming back this month to kind of like explain this to you and like ask for another shot, ask to get closer, explain why they were delaying. Seven of Pentacles, they're really hoping, you know, they feel like there's still a lot here. There's still a big investment. The Tower, okay, so whatever it is that came out for what they're going to do about it, this might kind of be like a shocking turn of events, you know, sharp left turn. This might surprise you. The Three of Wands, okay, they're planning. The Ten of Swords reverse. And the Four of Swords. Okay, so this person knows, you know, we have the word deadline. Maybe they took too long. They were stalling. This person knows that they have done something hurtful. The way they handled it was hurtful, especially if they stonewalled you, if they kind of like maybe ghosted for a while, if they refused to have communication, refused to talk to their family about your relationship. They know that's been hurtful. So what they're trying to do now is show you that they are planning to, they would like to work you into their life in a meaningful way. So this could be where they are inviting you to like an event. What is this Three of Wands? Yeah, the Four of Wands. Okay, they could be inviting you to a wedding and you're their +1 and it's very public. They could be inviting you to their home, inviting you to meet their family. Like I said, there's a co-parent in the mix. They are like inviting you to, I'm getting like a family get together. I don't know why I'm saying like a barbecue. So like maybe there's like a family dinner or a family like outing or something like that, and they're inviting you, even if like this co-parent is there, even if they're, you know, they're picky family members there, because they're committed to trying to really like field questions and show these people in their life that they're serious about you and that this is different, and create the harmony. They would like if everybody got along, but honestly, I feel like they don't even really care about that. They would like to restore harmony between the two of you. And if an issue between the two of you is about living together or living closer, they're going to be talking about their plans to, you know, their plans and their goals and how they're like the steps that they are going to take make that happen, right? So it might not be immediate, but it's like, hey, you know, especially if there's a lot of wands here. For me, wands is fall time. It's like, you know, let's say you guys were like long distance, like, okay, my plan is I'm going to come visit you every month. And then by, you know, like, I'm going to come visit you every month. And whenever I'm here, that's a good opportunity to go like, you know, job hunting or apartment hunting. And I, you know, by fall, I expect to be here full time. Something like that. So if living together was an issue, they're going to be talking about that. If you wanted to get more committed, like, you know, engagement, marriage kind of a thing, this is where they're going to be telling you about their plans. They might be waiting with the Three of Wands, you know, for like their ships to come in when it comes to a living situation, or possibly like financially. I'm not seeing a whole lot of pentacles here, but maybe financially. And it's like, hey, just so you know, this should, you know, my intention is that this should be happening by this time. And when it does, we can move forward to the next step. But they're going to really want to make sure that you know that they are committed to the relationship and they would like to move forward with you in whatever area, that was, you know, a point of contention for the two of you before. Yeah, Knight of Wands, they're going after you. They're pursuing. They don't want to let you get away. And again, if you guys are at a distance, this person is traveling to come see you. So I want to pull you guys, I was going to say one more card, but a couple came out. Wow. So we have 3 major arcana in a court card: Judgment, the Hermit, the Hierophant, and the King of Wands. This was a wake-up call. Your person has spent some time really contemplating what it is that they want in hermit mode, getting really serious about, I always love in this version, we have the little sheriff star, and I'm always like, I'm the boss of me. This person, they're the boss of them. Like, they're taking back their power to have what they want. And with the Hierophant, they're really wanting this committed, stable relationship, because I feel you guys have a lot of shared values. You have, excuse my burp, shared goals. And they're not really like, you know, they're becoming very confident in that. They're not as easily swayed by, you know, external conflict, by other people's opinions. They're not as easily rattled as they were before. So this is what's allowing them to come forward now, with a greater sense of confidence. They know what they want. They know what their soul is asking them to do. And we see that with Judgment. And their soul is asking them to really give a serious relationship between the two of you an honest to God shot. So whether or not you decide to take that offer is totally up to you, love bug. I trust in your wisdom and your intuition, your discernment, but that is going to be what happens when it comes to love for you guys in February. I hope this has been helpful. Thank you so much for being here, and I'm wishing you a safe, happy, healthy month ahead. Take care. Bye.